Awesome, awesome. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What are we doing today? So, we're going to check the numbers. Yesterday, we talked, I believe yesterday we talked about getting into space and things you need to know and da 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 da, and fears and all that stuff. Well, today we're going to check the markets out. To see what's going on out there and see if there's any news. So, of course, we always start our day at Coin Market Cap. We are starting with a market cap of 2.95. It's actually down. It's been up to 2.97, 2.98, I believe. It says we have 14.47 million cryptos. Wow. When I said we need cryptos, like, wow, I just didn't know. A lot of these cryptos are bullshit. Call it what it is. And we'll talk about that screw shit anyway. Let's see. All right. So they have a list of trending coins. You can see here, there's the JST, which says it's up 30%. There is a Pump AI. Notice the first word there, pump. These things are known for pump and dumps. This is a part of that fucking bullshit. This is the stuff you gotta be aware of. Maybe you get in there and you make money. It's possible. I'm not going to tell you can't. But usually this is the stuff that screws people out of their money. Because we're stupid, you literally put pump in the word so that we'll run over there and pump that bitch up 200.62% so that the creator of it can pull that fucking rug, sell as many coins as he or she chooses, or even the AI, because the AI does pump and dump coins too. We discussed that in a previous video. But money's being made there, okay? You see the one that says ARPA. That's an old coin. ZBCN, relatively new. But we'll get to that as well. It's up 7%. But that Pump AI at 200% is a pump and dump. So if you're over there, I hope you know what you're doing. I hope you know what you're doing. And this is why a lot of people say that the retail market is the ones that get screwed and this stuff is scams. That let's go over there. Let's go be nosy. All right. Let's just be nosy. So Solana is getting plenty of attention right now, right? Let's look at this. January 13th. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, bring it back. Oh, wow. Did they dump it? Come on, where's it at? Here. January 13th. Somebody invested their money to bring this into existence. Flatlined. And it's flatlined. Let's see. Back here. Back down here. Alright, so down 99.2%. That's crazy. Is that not a pump and dump? Pump it and dump it. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. Wow. Let me read this. Over here it says fake hat. This is crazy. Pump AI. Make me believe this altcoin season. Natural, that skyrocket more than 120%. Best coin for the new week ahead if the market continues like this under normal conditions. A 102%, 200% candlestick is inevitable in a short time. No, when it's a pump and dump, it is. This is not investment advice. Fuck no. Fuck no. This is what the federal government's trying to get as criminal activity. It's finesse. Dust your shoulders off. It's finesse, my nigga. Watch this, bro. Watch this, bro. It's finesse. I'm gonna finesse you idiots out of your money. Key support level to watch are around 0.0004187 because shortly after that, I'm going to snatch that money up. And the next target set higher at 0.00060. All right, let's go see what they are. Let's go see what they are. Okay, this is how we get it. Let's go see what they are. Okay. Oh my God, this is crazy. Pump AI Launchpad. First AI Launchpad integrated on Matoro. Launch a coin with an AI prompt. By Pump AI. Pump AI. Partners and integrations: Ape Terminal, Meteora, M3, Polkastarter, Cherry. Polkastar is the only thing I recognize. Cartoon anime characters. Okay, little AI assisted token creation and launchpad. So if you want to create AI tokens, hey, we'll assist here. This is what this happens for, right? Pump AI scans crypto Twitter for trending metas to have the most up-to-date information on what's popular right now. Pump AI. Pump and dump. AI would use all the information and tools at its disposal to help you create your coin. So basically, we have an artificial intelligence that will go figure out what these idiots are doing out here in the retail market, and we'll produce you some shit that you can put out there and sell, and you can make some money off that shit too. Now, mind you, that's some smart shit, okay? I mean, there's always going to be an idiot on one side of the coin. It's always how it works, all right? So it's more AI at work, right? They're telling you how this AI work, right? So AI is producing the shit. It's looking at all the metrics and finding out what's the best way to get things done and get people buying. Okay. Pump AI is building on Meteora. Pump AI is building on Meteora and Solana, as both are fast growing and have high mind share. They will be the first AI launchpad built on Meteora that offers built-in staking pools for token staking pools. Staking pools is where you stick your tokens value in someone else's wallet, and they're able to loan stuff out, loan those tokens out. In a sense, it's fun. It's finance. This is nothing new, right? When you put your shit in somebody else's hands, it's theirs. Offers developers and stakers the ability to earn Solana rewards, right? Pump AI's target market for activity is valued in billions. Drawing compare. Okay, so none of this is institutional anything. This is more casino shit. Like for the retail market, for the people out there that want to, make quick, fast. It's not quick, it takes time, but it's still fast money. Out of idiots screwing people over. Hey man, you can do it here. You can do it here, right? So, is there a use case? Yeah, they have technology that will go out and scan and create perfect meme coin, right? A coin out there for you to make money off of. I mean, isn't that a friendly face there? Come join us, right? Come join us. But, I mean, you can go that way. You truly can. But, like, again, let's go to beginning of time on here, right? January 13th. Let's get this. Wish we can get it over there. All right. January of this year, this was created. Okay. January of this year, this was created. That's all I'm gonna say. Pump is in the name. Pump and dump are scams. And as you can see, it was up 200%. Now it's down 99%. So do you think people are scapegoating with money? I'm sure. So when people say scam, yeah, they're right. They're right. They are 100% right. There are scams in here. ACH is not a scam. ACH is actually used to move money around. It's legit spending. Let's go here. Let me show you. All right. Let's see. Let's see. So ACH been in existence since 2020. Okay. 2020. We're in 2025. So ACH has got 5 years growing. Alchemy Pay. All right. Let's just go through the steps. Alchemy Pay, bridging the fiat and crypto global economies. Crucial payment support for Web3 is here, enable your users to buy and sell digital assets with fiat currencies on your platform and power your project for global adoption. So they just make a system and a network that you can deploy money transfers and transactions. Look, they want you to move all across here. You get Visa, Apple Pay, and Google Pay. Visa, Apple Pay, Google Pay. Visa, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Visa, Apple. So they've got all this stuff connected for you to be able to work with these things and transact money. Like you see down here, this is legit. Okay, this is real. This is a real use case, and they've got 5 years in the game. All right, so they're getting it done. I believe they're actually tied with. I think they tied themselves with XRP for some purpose, or which company was it? One of them. Yeah, so NFT checkout accepts more than just credit cards, right? Look at that. Find a few lines of code. That's all integration, client dashboard. You can see that they're in locations advertised and growing and connecting with other businesses, companies, so on and so forth. They have 400,000 investors and community members. And yes, 400,000 investors could be retail, but clearly you can see here, like, well, let's see. Alchemy Pay, ERC20, ETH, utility token, issued on their blockchain, integral to Alchemy Pay network, used for transaction fees, reward for network use, lowering transaction costs, and is pledged by business partners during the onboarding process. ACH is listed on top digital currency exchanges: Binance, Coinbase, Wazer, Bybit, Huobi, MEX, Pancake, Sushi, Uniswap, Gate, ACH tokens pledged, right? ACH has helped create a thriving online community of investors, and the rewards our partners receive incentivize them to help expand the partner network. Reduce supply and increase demand for ACH as a result of network use and expansion raises the value of the token. This benefits our investors and partners to hold, pledge, and get rewarded with ACH. 50% of transaction fees are used for business development, marketing, and promotion. ACH provides an organic and sustainable budget to attract and onboard new businesses for continuous expansion. All right. So when we look at stuff like this, and then we look at stuff like this dropped in the name is Pump, right? Let's pump AI up. Let's pump AI and get this money. It was created this year. Okay. So let's just back up. When we see stuff like that, just a dead 200%, right? Update, please. It's down 99%. That's just garbage, right? ZBCN, we already did that one. That's very interesting. To say the least, they're doing things. We'll get to that in the news. Actually, we're about to jump to the news. So anyways, market is slightly down, but it's slightly up, but it's not anywhere from where it used to be. It used to be like 3.7, 3.8 trillion. So we still got a ways to go for this thing to get back to where it was, and then moving up. All right, now let's move on. Let's go over here, and I've got a few things bookmarked. Angelica Saldana. From payroll to cards, Zebex all-in-one super app drops this year. We already looked at Zebec or ZBCN, which is why you see here this was up 7%. Price there because some news was made, right? And so again, when we see spikes, which I talked about in a previous video, when we see spikes, there's some news, something's happening. I don't believe in this. Oh, the charts say that something should be happening. No, that's crazy. Well, it's not ready. No, just look for the news. Like there's news, and that's what's driving the retail market to buy in, and as well as the institutional market, right? Because when there's news, that's telling you what's happening. Oh, so and so did this, and now the X and X company is doing this. Well, yeah, okay, they're buying it. Duh. Or because they did something now, a few institutions find it more interesting and they possibly will buy, right? So, anyways, let's continue. Real time payroll, get paid by the second. Through our continuous payment technology, we are changing the way you get paid, send, and receive money. And we talked about this before when we did that dive into ZBCN. So, when we dived into ZBCN, some of the most interesting things was how they would approach payments and stuff. And so, as we go forward, these things will become the new norm. New precedents will be set, as they'd say. Let's see what's here. It says, let's see. Holding ZBCN will unlock new features and Spec HQ Super App and fees. All right, let's see what's happening here. Let me check that volume.
ZBCN has been our native utility token since we launched, right back in 2022 now. So it's been a few years, but everything that we build here at Zebec really links back to the token. So ZBCN will play a fundamental role within the Super App. It'll help unlock new features and products while reducing fees that users pay. So the more ZBCN you hold, the more benefits you'll reap from using our products. The network participants will receive rewards that come back to them in ZBCN. So whether it's our DeFi integration, such as staking, development grants within our ecosystem, or even cash back for the top spenders on the Zebec card, it's always been a continuous flow of revenue, rewards, and ultimately token buybacks, which have steadily removed more and more ZBCN out of circulation and bolstering our value as a network and a token. So if you look at our historical monthly buybacks, you will see consistent month over month growth. And a lot of this is directly linked to the growth of our network and the growth of our revenue across our payroll and our cards.
All right, so that's interesting. I don't know how to take that, other than I'm just more interested into the use case. Who's going to use it? Is it going to be useful for the people that need it, right? And so I look at use case and it's very necessary. So what does this say? This isn't evolution, it's disruption. The old system cracks are showing, and platforms like Spec HQ, Ripple, Stellar, Hedera aren't patching it, they're replacing it. Real time programmable money is the new standard. Smart ones aren't just watching this. Decentralized Web3 platforms like Ripple, Stellar, and Spec are positioning to transform the payment space by addressing limitations of traditional payment systems to combine technology and finance, seamlessly paving the way for a new era of frictionless global payments. Web3 marks an ongoing systemic transformation enabled through digital finance. An estimated 80% of global financial leaders are aiming to use crypto for their businesses. That's something we talk about on this channel all the time. It's getting out of the old system. Why would they use the old shit when they can use the new shit? Over the next 3 years or so, in delivering speed to sluggish payment markets is one of the key factors driving adoption in this space. Yes, so businesses have been looking at this and eyeballing it for a while. There was no legislation, so that kind of kept things off. And then, different things were put in the news to scare people away, and people got scared, businesses got scared. So, yeah. But there's a but. Don't get it confused. We had this conversation before. Businesses, institutions, companies, corporations, countries, they all want this technology. All right, something from Stellar Expert. XRP just got institutional approval without the U.S. Of course they did. They've always had approval in other countries other than the U.S. So that's, it is what it is. But we'll read it anyway. The SEC wanted to delay it. The U.S. kept playing games. Meanwhile, Brazil just did what America couldn't. That's not a true statement. America can do whatever the heck they want to do. And Brazil is in South America. So is that not a part of America? Yeah. So what you want to say is, Brazil, right, did what the United States hasn't done yet, right? They're going to do it, but they haven't done it yet. approved the world's first spot XRP ETF by Hashdex. Here's why this changes everything. And so the future plans, All right, Angelica again. Did you know XLM will be integrated into Zebek's payroll? Zebek is also working with Remittance. Listen closely. Let's check this out.
Stellar has had very similar aspirations to Zebek over the years, of course, with the advantage of being founded a few years before us, and they are truly a visionary within the payment space of crypto. So today we're working very closely with the Stellar team. We're part of their developer incubation program. We've received grants from them to build payment systems on their rails, and we're working on further connecting the XLM token into the Zebek payroll suite, as well as the Zebek card suite. And what's the interesting application here? Well, it's actually global remittance. So we've been working quietly behind the scenes on a number of global remittance tools because it makes a lot of sense given our network, our access to payroll, particularly in countries like in the US, which is kind of the source of remittance, and then the use of our cards in more developing economies, which are the recipients of the recipients. So Stellar has been really, really active in these efforts, and we will be actually making some more formalized announcements and releases with them over the next few weeks. I don't want to announce it here. We'll be doing a separate event and spaces with Stellar, but please keep in mind, that this is something that's coming up, and Zebek will be sharing a lot more information on it.
Okay. All right. So that's very interesting. That's probably why. Well, is that why Stella's up some? It was pushing 30 cents. But that's very interesting right there. We know Stellar breaks off of XRP. There was a split within the organization. One of the developers says, I want to do it this way. They break off. Yeah. All right. Stellar, global payments to settle instantly. Obviously, Stellar's doing a lot, been in the space for a long time, getting things done. World's first spot ETF. Yes. Let's see. Let's hear it here. Let me get this back.
Hashdex has launched the world's first XRP spot ETF on Brazil's main stock exchange. My name is Nova, and this is Crypto Briefing breaking news.
Okay. I don't need all that. Just go back.
XRP ETF, trading on Brazil's B3 exchange under the ticker XRPH11, tracks the spot price of XRP across major crypto exchanges. The debut came after Hashdex received approval from Brazil's Securities and Exchange Commission in February. The fund will invest at least 95% of its assets in XRP and related digital assets. With the launch of XRPH11, Hashdex has expanded its ETF lineup on B3 to 9 products, including ETFs tied to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana.
All right.
Hashdex has...
Okay, so, there you got it. We already knew Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP we're going to have ETFs. And, there it is. What do you do with that information, right? What do you do? U.S. Secretariat bonds have been tokenized by Securitize as USTY coins over the XDC network, not Bitcoin, and are managed by BlackRock. BlackRock is doing a lot, aren't they? The Dollars Authority has been moved to XDC. Let's see what they got to say here. XDC network exposure to ETF investment results in the composed U.S. dollar denominated government bonds. These bonds are issued by the U.S. Treasury and have remaining maturities between 0 and 1 year. The significant majority of USD proceeds, USTY proceeds, provide exposure to the iShares Treasury bond by Okay. All right. Okay. U.S. Treasury tokens are here running on XDC. Here's the address. USTY provides exposure to an ETF that seeks to track the investment results of an index composed of U.S. dollar-denominated government bonds, which we knew all this was going to be tokenized, right? Here's just evidence that it's being tokenized on XDC as well, so you can do what you want with that information. But clearly, you can see they're going to be putting government bonds on XDC's network rails. which is interesting, because XDC isn't a United States network, so interesting. All right, streaming finance real-time payroll spec network is changing the game, right? So obviously, they're just all in the news, aren't they? The first XRP spot ETF Brazil. Yep, they did it. Yay! New SEC chair Paul Atkins just said XRP and crypto will be his top. That's old news. Yep, old news. All right, so there you have it. This could be why we saw the numbers for ZBCN increase. This could be why. Let me go over here. Watch this. I think I'm gonna watch this. I've got stuff I want to. Yeah. So Solana's somewhat stellar. It got up higher than that, but it's at 28% now. Let's see. Let me see. Where is it? Sebek. We're waiting. Sebek's got some more time to cook in the oven. All right. Sebek's got some more time. Major news, man. Did Griffin do some pumping or what? Griffin just 127%. Like, what happened there? I don't even know what happened. Like, what happened there? This is AI token. And I'm in AI, humans AI, right? So, like, this I don't know what happened with that. I didn't really see any news on it. Like, did I miss something? Because it just jumped. Griffin just broke out of the downtrend and is gaining serious momentum, right? Well, I need some Griffin news. Like, what happened there? You know what I'm saying? What happened? What happened? Let's get this one. What happened? Okay, no real news. All right, so no real news. Isn't that interesting? More news updates are on the way. Stay tuned. More? I don't see any. What the hell? Like, I don't see any news. What do you mean more news? I don't see any news. Yeah, I don't see any news. I don't know what happened. I think I got to do some searching because out of nowhere that thing just started moving. Like, I was like, what is going on with this? But man, I'm still holding because again, go here. AI agent to help you turn intent into action. And so this is a technology that people are going to need, well, businesses and institutions and everything, right? Let's see, documents, you can use it on mobile. I guess you just talk to it like there's a lot of AIs that you talk to. You go to the sites, just talk to them and ask questions and all this other stuff. I haven't messed around with this, so I don't know. But hey, feel free, mess around with this thing. Again, we're always using CoinMarketCap. Straight to the website, take that white paper too. This page cannot be found. Oh my God, the update, what is going on? I want to see the white paper. Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's all we got. If you got any comments, you got any things you want to share, drop it in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you